Chapter 2, Operating System. Before we start, we'll see what is a computer made of. Okay, a computer is made up of hardware and software. So do you know what is hardware and software on a computer? Okay, let's see. See, hardware refers to the parts of computer that you can touch or feel. See, in your computer, the parts that you can touch and feel, that parts are called hardware parts of the computer. Can you say some examples? See, the CPU, a keyboard, mouse, monitor, printer, scanner, microphone. These are examples of computer hardware because these parts that you can touch and feel. Okay. Next, we'll see what is software. Software refers to set of programs. What is program? Programs means a set of instructions given to the computer that performs some task in a computer. See, for example, if you want the computer to add two numbers, what you will do? You have to give a set of commands or instructions, right? So these commands are called programs. So these programs will be written and programmed by a programmer. Okay, so this is called the software. Okay, so software refers to set of instructions or programs that perform some task in a computer. Okay, some popular softwares are given here: MS Windows, MS Office, KTurtle, Adobe Flash, Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so Paint is also example of software. Okay. Now we will see what is an operating system. See, an operating system is a software that helps the computer hardware to work with other computer software. See, we know what is hardware and what is software, right? So, this operating system, what it will do, it will make the hardware and software to work together. Okay, if there is no operating system installed in your computer, the computer hardware or software, it may be useless. Okay, so an operating system is a software that helps the computer hardware to work with other computer software. Okay, so what is the use of this operating system? It will take the input into the computer and to get the output from the computer, right? So suppose if you want to print something, or if you want some calculations, whatever maybe, okay, if you want to play movies, you are giving some input, okay, play this video or do this calculation. So result you will get on the output screen, that is on the monitor, you can see the result, right? So for that, you know already what are the input devices and output devices, right? So can you please tell me the input devices? Keyboard and mouse. These are examples of input devices. And what about output devices? Monitor, printer, speaker, right? So CPU is the processing device. Okay, so a computer is of no use without an operating system. See, this operating system will take over the control of input devices, output devices and processing unit. Okay. So let's see the functions. See, this is the input device, keyboard, right? So whatever you want, you will type it in the keyboard and you will give the information to the computer, right? So what is this? This is the processing unit, that is CPU, right? So the input given by the user will be processed by the CPU, and finally the output will be displayed in the output device, that is on the monitor. Okay, or if you want the output in the printed form, you will use monitor. Okay, see, different kinds of software take inputs from the user, pass them onto the CPU for processing and display the result or output. So as I told before, it will get the input from the input devices, process it, and finally it will display the result. Okay, see, an operating system makes this exchange of input and output among the input devices, the software, a CPU and output devices. See, transferring the input to the processing device and finally displaying the result, everything, this exchange of information from input to output will be controlled by this operating system. Okay, see, when you start the computer, at once the operating system will also start with it. Okay, next we will see the types of operating system. Okay, there are two types of operating system. One is single user operating system and the next is multiple user or multi-user operating system. So don't forget, single user operating system and multi-user operating system. From the name itself you can identify, right, what is single user operating system and multi-user operating system. First, let's see about single user operating system. Okay, what is the use of this single user operating system? Single user means, single means only one, right? One user operating system. Okay, a single user operating system allows only one person to work on it at a time. Okay, so how many person can work at a time? Only one person. Okay, in single user operating system, only one person can work at a time. See, few examples are given. Windows 7, Mac OS, Mac also called Macintosh operating system. Okay, and Windows 8, 10. So in your lab, we are using Windows operating system. Right, commonly used operating system is Windows. Okay, here this is the single user operating system. Okay, single user operating systems are usually meant for home use. Okay, for a simple usage we will use the single user operating system. In that only one user can use the system at a time. Example is Windows 7, Mac OS, Windows 8, 10, etc. Next, we will see multi-user operating system. Okay, multi-user means multiple means one or two. No, not single. This is more than one. Okay, so more than one user can use the computer. Okay, see here what is multi-user operating system. A multi-user operating system allows many people, more than one people, to use the same computer at the same time or at different times. See, more than one people, that is many people can use the same computer at the same time or at different times. Okay, so see, there will be a main computer which has the multi-user operating system. So it will be attached to many other computers also. Okay, the examples of this type of operating systems are Windows Server, Unix, Linux, etc. Okay, if there is a change in one system, it will get updated in other systems also. Okay, so this multi-user operating systems are used in offices and big organizations like hospitals and railway stations. Okay, so in railway station, for example, if a person cancel the ticket, so it will not be updated in only one system, right? So the same system information will be updated in the next counter also. So this type of operating system is called multi-user operating system, and this is mainly used in offices and big organizations. Okay. Now let's recall what we have learned in today's class. In today's class we have seen what is hardware and software, right? So what do you mean by hardware? The parts of computer that you can touch and feel, that is hardware. Say some examples: keyboard, mouse, CPU, printer, etc. Okay, and what about software? It's a set of instructions or commands given to the computer. Okay, so example is Windows, Office. Okay, everything will be a software. Okay, and there are two types of operating systems. right? So operating system will control the input, process and output, right? And there are two types, I said, single user operating system and multi-user operating system, right? So what do you mean by single user operating system? Only one user can use the system at one time, right? But multi-user operating system, more than one user can use the system at the same time or at different times. So this single user operating system can be used in house, right? But multi-user operating system can be used in offices and big buildings like hospitals, shopping malls, everywhere, okay? Railway stations, airport. In these cases we can use multi-user operating system, okay? So, and the next difference is a single user operating system example is Windows and Mac OS. But multi-user operating system examples Unix, Linux, Windows Server 2016, etc. Okay. Okay, dear children, I hope everyone is clear in this topic, right? Okay, if you have any doubts in this, you can contact me and you can clarify your doubts. Okay, so after watching this video, kindly check your WhatsApp group. You can attend the one-word test in Google Forms and you can submit it. Okay, okay. Thank you, dear children. Have a great day.